I don't know what's going on, but these leaders are losing it. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Welcome to another live lesson. You just heard the name of this. This is centered around a video I was just watching. The Elder Karatazaba from the Baltimore camp. You know, he was doing a video dealing with Priest Daniela, says women leading Hebrew summits. And pretty much, you know, like I said, you know, before I got started, that's the title that came to me. I don't know what's going on with these. I don't know what's going on, but these leaders are losing it, you know. And this individual, Priest Daniela, he should know better than that. He should know better than talk about women with leaders and all that. Yeah, Deborah, she was a judge in Israel, but why was she a judge in Israel? He just left it at that. Like there were just women that was just leading Israel all the time. No, you got to explain what was going on. You had what was her name? I forgot the queen's name. It starts with an A. I believe, yeah, her name starts with an A. I can't. It was in my mind and it just left for a moment. But she pretty much killed, you know, the heirs so she could sit her ass up on the throne, you know. And when Deborah was on there was a reason why Deborah was put into power, and we're gonna read about it, you know. But these, I don't know what's going on with these leaders, you know. Hey, we're in a high time of apostasy, you know. You got these individuals. Then he said that there's women that's heading these Hebrew summits and all this, you know, the Knesset and all this other madness. And like, what the fuck is going on, you know? But it is what it is. You know, the scriptures are clear of a woman's position in this truth. And we're going to get the reason why Deborah was pretty much in the position of being a judge. This is Judges chapter 4, verse 1. And the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, when Ehud was dead. So the key here is what? That the children of Israel were doing evil. So the Lord will raise up enemies, and then he will raise up judges. And the reason why he set this up was because this woman, Deborah, women are not supposed to lead. Period. Let's go real quick. Let's go to the law on it. Genesis, the 3rd chapter, you know, and the 16th verse. Unto the woman he said, who said? Yahweh said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, and sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Not the other way around. These Israelite leaders are like, seems like they're going backwards, like they're going back to that Queen of Heaven worship. You know, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like amazing to see this madness that's going on in Israel today. You know, you got some of these top leaders bugging out on scriptures, bugging out on breakdowns, you know, bringing in Roman Catholic Church dogma, plantation Christianity dogma into the scriptures. It's amazing to see. So once again, and the Judges 4:1, and the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai when Ehud was dead, and the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan, and that reigned in Hazor, the captain of whose host was Sisera, which dwelt in Harosheth of the Gentiles. And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, for he had 900 chariots of iron. In 20 years he mightily oppressed the children of Israel. And Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lapidoth, she judged Israel at that time. Why? Because once again, Israel was going off. What don't you get about that? Then when she set up, she didn't go to war. She went with Barak. She sent Barak to do the work. And then he said, look, I'm not going to go unless you go with me. And then she popped off of him. Look, this is not for your glory. Because the Lord already delivered it into the hand of a woman. You see? Why? Because Israel was going off. And the scriptures say, let's go real quick. This is crazy, man. I've never thought I see the day when you had. I mean, I understand Jake out here in the world, but I never, and these clowns in the church and the black conscious community and all that. But I never thought in the time that we would be here that you would have these Israelite leaders going back 25, 30 years, bugging out like they are. It's amazing. Jeremiah 31:22. How long will thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? This is dealing with the nation of Israel. For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Why? Because the nation of Israel is out of order. That's why he would set up something like that. Queen of Heaven and the Deborah, being a judge in Israel, so on and so forth. Let's go real quick to Isaiah 3. And just bear with me 1 second. And 12. As for my people, children of their oppressors, and women rule over them. See? Women are ruling over these Israelite men that's supposed to know better. They know the order. The order was already established. The Apostle Paul broke it down. Unless these other Israelite groups don't believe in the Apostle Paul anymore. Maybe they're going away of Sakari and in Genesis and all them other individuals that are saying that the writings of Paul are not authoritative. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, not the other way around. So what in the hell is going on with these women that's heading and leading these so-called summits? When did that change? What scripture is that? But yet, some guys, they negate certain scriptures, but whatever. Mr. PC, Priest Daniel, I'm talking about. Mr. PC, politically correct Israelite. Don't want to offend nobody. It's amazing. I'm at a loss for words with what's going on. And you can read the rest of this, and it tells you, how she kind of pretty much popped off on him. Now, when we go to the book of Hebrews, right? The Apostle Paul spoke about faith. He spoke about our great forefathers and some of our foremothers. They had great faith, but he was speaking about the men in general, speaking about Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, and going all the way down after speaking about these great men, right? Then we go down to Moses. He spoke about Moses and Moses' faith and how he just gave up everything for the sake of suffering with Israel so he can get the benefits of the Israelites and not enjoy the pleasures of sin for a moment with the Egyptians. Then he even spoke about the harlot Rahab that didn't perish because she saw that the Lord was with the nation of Israel, right? So then in verse 32, it says, Hebrews 11:32, and what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, great judge in Israel. He led 300 men, and they, pretty much chased away the Assyrian army. And of Barak, which is what the Barak we read of in the book of Judges, the 4th chapter, and Samson and Jephthah, and of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets. Why didn't the Apostle Paul mention Deborah if she was such a great judge in Israel? He should have said, and what shall I say for the time would fail me to tell of Gideon and Deborah and Barak and Samson. No, he didn't mention Deborah. Why? Because once again, Israel was going off and the Lord set up a woman over them. Because the scriptures say, in time, a woman shall compass a man. And then 1 Timothy 2:11 says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on in Israel, man? What the fuck is going on? It's amazing to see this madness that's going on. And this is what happens, a child left to himself. Certain individuals have no right out there, on their own. Certain guys got to have somebody over them to lead them in the right direction. Otherwise, they go off course. It's amazing to see. And it's like it's ramping up. You had the ICGJC, you had the GOCC, you have the IUIC, you have the ISUPK going off on certain things. You have, the Sakari, the Genesis, and other groups in Israel just going totally off, bugged out. So it says here that a woman is not supposed to usurp authority over a man. So when you have a woman heading a summit with Israelite men, that's going off. Unless these guys don't believe in the right and the Paul anymore, maybe that's a new demon that's out there. So let's see. Let's look up the word usurp authority, right? Maybe I read this wrong. Authenteo, which is authentic, probably authentic. One who with his own hands kills another or himself. One who acts on his own authority, autocratic, which is self-rule, an absolute master to govern, exercise dominion over one. So this individual talking about, and I put this video in the description box. Priest Daniela talking about that they have Hebrew summits where you have women leading the Hebrew summits, the Knesset and the Hebrew summits and the this and the that and the other. And this guy over here, Jabari, I think his name is, he talking about, but that's, they believe in equal rights with men and women. That's not the case with Israel. And I don't understand why Priest Daniela would even sit on a couch with unbelievers and then go off on top of that. Or, there was Deborah in the scriptures. She was a judge over Israel. Some guys want to negate the scripture. What was going on at that time for her to be set up as a judge? Israel was going off, man. It's amazing. First Ezra 4:26. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Right. And within that same chapter, I believe there was something else in there. Let me see if I could glean through it real quick, see if I could find that point. I don't think the word, let me see. I don't think that's in there. Trying to. Right, here we go. First Ezra 4:14. O ye men, it is not the great king nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or hath the lordship over them? Are they not women? See? And this guy spoke the wrong thing. Let me see if we got anything else. All right. So that's the point. So a woman is not supposed to have authority or exercise dominion over any man. We just read that. What scriptures are these guys reading? What the hell's going on? I mean, are these guys taking bags or are they just bugging out? What's going on? 1 Timothy 2:12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. What does that mean? What does that mean? We just read the Greek word where it says that she's not supposed to exercise dominion over a man, authority or power. When a woman is heading any type of summit, any type of meeting, she is over that meeting. She is dictating. She is usurping authority over men. You got some weak ass men out there in Israel, man. Talk about simps out in the world. You got a lot of simps in Israel, man. That simp spirit is leaking all throughout Israel. That shit is crazy. You know, that shit is crazy, man. That shit would have never happened at One West back in the days. You know, you had a lot of wicked stuff that was going on back there too. But one thing, the brothers back then didn't play with having women, you know, dictating shit. I mean, maybe in their personal life, you know, maybe their woman smacked them around or whatever the case may be. But when it came to the school, you didn't have that. You didn't have women ruling anything. Now you see some crazy shit going on. I don't know what's going on, but it's like I can't believe my ears what this man right here was talking about, Priest Daniela, you know, and then his justification. You know, you had Deborah, you know, she was a judge in Israel, so I know individuals don't like to go to the particular scripture, but come on, man, why? And I'm waiting for okay, well maybe he's gonna say that the reason why she was, you know, ruling over Israel or judging over Israel was because Israel was going up. Not to mention, then he quickly segues into, you know, you have women, you know, leading the Hebrew summit and the Knesset and the this and the that and the other. It's like, wow. Right. This is a good one. Same book, 1 Timothy 2:12 in the NLT. I do not let women teach men or have authority over them. Let them listen quietly, because a woman causes nothing but confusion. See? And that's pretty much it, man. Let's see. This is the same. Well, this was the GNT, 1 Timothy 2:11. Women should learn in silence and all humility. Verse 12, I do not allow them to teach or to have authority over men. They must keep quiet. And the scriptures are plain. But that's it. I'm not going to say anything else on it. It's just crazy to see, man. It's like, what can you say, man? You know, just when you thought you heard it all, it's like, wow. So with that, I pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. Hey, there's a serious simp spirit leaking throughout Israel, among these leaders, among these different camps. Wow.